EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. Who will represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl? We're about to find out as off we go in the NFC title game. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's Kelly.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. He'll try to run for it.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pickup of 8 out to the 33-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page and the ball falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so That might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. Once again, it's Etienne. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. It was Terrion Arnold there to make the play. Throwing now from the gun. A ball deep for the end zone. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by their rookie corner.
Mike, doesn't it just seem like year in and year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, there's these late-round players that kind of burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and there's a reason this guy fell in the draft, but I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Running, Kelly. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They run with Kelly. He's going to have a first down on that gain up to the 25-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. It's Kelly. And a short pickup past the 25. Here's second and 9. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's going to be incomplete. And they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They'll try to run. And he's going to have a Lions first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on fourth down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly, and even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Here's a run with Kelly. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. They'll stay on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. They'll stick with him again. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll send him over to the left. He'll drop to throw. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is brought in at the 10. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that. But it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Short game there, down to the 10. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerendo. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll return with more of the NFC Championship game after this. Back to throw. Brought in by Chris Olave. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, New Orleans. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He gets it to go. Saints move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll take it in at the goal line. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now, faking the give. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's taken in by Kelly. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the Ball's out. The Saints have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. First and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So, we've hit halftime here in the NFC Championship game. We'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both of these teams hoping to be the ones to lift the George Halas Trophy. Quarter number 3 of the NFC title game underway. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. Second down and 8. He's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. The Saints will punt this one away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin here on the ground. And it's a short pick up to about the 42. Brian Brzee there for the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. To the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Lions, and he's going to have the Chargers.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew it was coming and still couldn't stop it.
On 1st down, here's Garenda. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
On the ground, here's Etienne. A dive, and he's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Saints. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the goal line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
no move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw, taken in, and he's got it to the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On the handoff, it's Etienne. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll throw out of the gun. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll look to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to...
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This will be taken in at the 2. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. Offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2.
This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll send it downfield for Laporta. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Again, working deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Saints. He is shining in his postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. The PAT, up and good. And the Saints will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is taken in at the goal line. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. Here's Kelly. Up the sideline at the 35. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses. The ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run.
And a short pickup here, brought down just shy of midfield. They'll run on second down. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Third down, here's Guerrero. And that call will not get it done. Ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up fourth down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. He'll drop to throw. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Milton down to throw on 1st and 10. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Milton to the air on 2nd down. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, New Orleans. Decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2. Milton going to look to throw it again. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Running, Kelly. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They run with Kelly. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. Up play.